Shame on you, South Africans. Shame on you. Shame on you. Kenyans Wagwan. Kenyans Holland. Kenyans Awo. We do not want to come to South Africa.
Yes.
We are comfortable in Nairobi. The enemy is the white man. The enemy is the colonizer. You cannot go to the ballot and choose a white man over a black man. How dare you choose a white man to clinch position 2? Yet your own Malema is clinching position 4. What a shame. You are very shameless. And I repeat again, you should be recolonized because you've learned nothing. And we will continue teaching you, South Africans. We shall continue. We shall continue repeating what Mandela told you. We shall continue preaching to you what Stephen Biko told you. And we shall continue preaching to you what your recent Pan-Africanist Malema has continued telling you. I am AWOC, but you can simply call me Awo. Now, let me take this opportunity to respond to my brothers from South Africa. My brothers from South Africa have been accusing us, as Kenyans, claiming that we are tired of living in Kenya, that we wanted to go and live in South Africa. If Malema won, is that true, Kenyans? Is that true? Did you want to go to South Africa? I'm asking you.
No.
Did you want to go to South Africa? Are you tired of your own country?
No.
Is there anything in South Africa that cannot be found in Nairobi?
Everything is here.
So, South Africans, let me tell you, my brothers and sisters from SA, we here in Kenya are bordered by several countries, which are just a walking distance from our villages. One is Uganda, but we've never been there, and we do not aspire to be there. Another one is Tanzania. We have never set foot in Tanzania, and we do not aspire to ever set foot in that country. Another one is Sudan, South Sudan. Then there's also Somalia and many others like Eritrea. So, what makes you think that we're talking about South Africa is because we wanted to come to South Africa? Let me repeat it here. There is nothing in South Africa that I cannot find in Nairobi. There is nothing in Johannesburg that I cannot find in my own country. So, this was the message, that we Africans must unite against one enemy. And that one enemy is the colonizer, the white man who colonized you. As a matter of fact, as Kenya, we are older than you, South Africa, by far. We regained our independence in 1963. You only regained your independence in 1994. So comparing South Africa to Kenya, it's like comparing a goat and a cow, a fat cow. You are still in your diapers, South Africa. You are still in your democratic diapers, in your political diapers. You don't even have electricity. You don't have 24 hours of electricity in your country. But here in Kenya, there is electricity everywhere. There is electricity everywhere. You don't have flashing toilets. This information that we got from Malema, when he was campaigning, it was in his manifesto to provide to you flashing toilets. Then how can you purport that we Kenyans are bitter after the loss of Malema's loss because we wanted to come to South Africa based on Malema's open border policy? Shame on you, South Africans. Shame on you. Shame on you. Kenyans Wagwan. Kenyans Holland. Kenyans Awo. We do not want to come to South Africa. We are comfortable in Nairobi. The enemy is the white man. The enemy is the colonizer. You cannot go to the ballot and choose a white man over a black man. How dare you choose a white man to clinch position 2? Yet your own Malema is clinching position 4. What a shame. You are very shameless. And I repeat again, you should be recolonized because you've learned nothing. And we will continue teaching you, South Africans. We shall continue. We shall continue repeating what Mandela told you. We shall continue preaching to you what Stephen Biko told you. And we shall continue preaching to you what your recent Pan-Africanist Malema has continued telling you.
Hello everyone, welcome to GNU according to CD, that is Government of National Unity, not Kenyans doing this to South Africans. It's funny how in the early, or let's say mid-1990s, immediately after South Africa went into the democratic dispensation and Kenya was having a lot of problems and troubles, and tens of thousands of their countrymen and women came to South Africa for refuge. But I must give it to Kenyans. Immediately after things started stabilizing in Kenya, a lot of them, and I'm talking a majority, probably 2/3 majority of them returned to Kenya to go and fix the country to what it is today. And I must give kudos and flowers to the people of Kenya. However, though, I don't know where in the midst of everything, suddenly Kenyans are now throwing mud at South Africans. Okay, it's cool. We're now getting used to it. We're getting used to the fact that a lot of African countries, they people are in South Africa enjoying what we South Africans are enjoying, while the people back home are creating videos just like the one you just saw. People saying shame on South Africans simply because we have freedom of choice. They hate that we have freedom of choice. They hate the fact that the reason why Julius Malema lost a lot of votes is because of the allegations of corruption. Okay, let's forget the allegations of corruption because they just recently emerged, even though we always suspected that this man is allegedly corrupt. But let's talk about how he is selling the people of South Africa in the name of Pan-Africanism. And you can even hear it in this video. They're talking about a true Pan-Africanist. And I keep asking this question. Why South Africa must be the United Nations of Africa? Why is South Africa supposed to be the United States of Africa? What is it that they know that South Africans don't know? And now that South Africans are discovering this and they are pushing back, and suddenly now we're getting videos like this. And why now the world itself, where the so-called woke black people are screaming and shouting at South Africans simply because we are a rainbow nation and we don't care about race, we don't care about whatever it is that they care about in their respective countries. Because why? TikTok, YouTube, and all these other social medias, suddenly the spotlight shone on South Africa, and now they are realizing, man, this country is united and we should destroy this. This is not right. And that is why now they're having all this so-called pseudo-intellectualism they are saying about South Africa, white people and colonialism and whatever. Listen, dear world. In 1994, we took a decision that we are going to be a rainbow nation. Yes, we know we got problems. We never denied that we have problems. And we are not sitting on our laurels about these problems that we have in our country. Yes, you are 100% correct. The whites still have the economy in their majority of South Africa. And yes, black South Africans are fighting as well to be in charge of the economy of the country. We've never been secretive about it. We've always admitted it. But that is not for you now to come and then use it against us and think we're going to feel bad. Oh, please. Y'all just need to learn about South Africans. You need to learn about South Africans. We don't care what you think about our country. Our country works. Systems are in place. And that is why your people keep flocking to South Africa. Guess what to do? To enjoy the heaven that we are busy building. And y'all are just too jealous and you can't stand the fact that, man, South Africa is working. Why our country is like this? That's because you're a coward. That's because you're a coward. You keep running away to other countries just like these young men are admitting that in our country, Kenya, things are like this and we want to go to South Africa. Who said you must come? Who invited you? Why here? Why South Africa? If you have everything that you say you have in Kenya, it's funny because in Nairobi, you would drive in nice roads. The moment you get to the outskirts of the city, suddenly you are met with a gravel road. And then in South Africa, the moment you leave the city, any city in South Africa, you still are on tarred road. You are still on tarred road. And South Africa continues to be a country that is discovered and loved by a lot of people. Many other people from other parts of the world, guess where they are moving to? Yes, South Africa. So the jealousy that you guys are having about us, it's quite hilarious to actually tell the truth. Very hilarious. And now you are using, yes, I'm not surprised that you are using Julius Malema and thinking that he's the god of gods. No, Julius Malema is just a corrupt individual, allegedly, and he has stolen money. Wait for this. He allegedly stole money from the so-called black people that you keep saying that Julius Malema, the true Pan-Africanist, If he was a true Africanist, Pan-Africanist, why is he accused of stealing money from poor black people? Oh, no, no, no. I get it. You don't want to hear about that. All you want to hear about is that, Malema, how are you going to open the borders for us to enter South Africa? That is what I'm hearing. You look at these young boys, whatever they are, they look almost. If I met any of these guys in a dark corner, trust and believe me, I would run for my life. Possibly, and it's possible that they're actually menaces in Kenya. And now they want to bring their menaceness to South Africa. And because now South Africa is starting to work for the people of South Africa, putting the people of South Africa first, they hate it. They are hating it. And they thinking, Malema, why you are in the fourth position? Malema is in the fourth position. As a matter of fact, not only is in the fourth position, his political party is dying. By the time we get to the next elections in 2029, EFF will be nowhere in the ballot paper. Yeah, well, they will be on the ballot paper, but in parliament, if you think him being on the fourth position is anything to go, he is not going to be in parliament, period, post 2029 elections. And what's with this reading of yours as 1,994? I'm so sorry. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Again, guys, I'm going to say this on a serious note. Pan-Africanism seemingly is a weapon that is going to be used against Black South Africans. It comes with guilt tripping. It comes with also gaslighting. It comes with being belittled by the so-called Pan-Africanists. I saw one South African so-called Pan-Africanist basically throwing mud at her own people, calling us fake patriots. I don't know what that means. And then basically she was going on at Nigerians making their job. Listen to this. Pan-Africanism is a job that they need to break the people of South Africa, beat us into submission, into accepting this so-called Pan-Africanism. That is the agenda here, and why South Africa must be the base of this nonsense. Pan-Africanism is a great idea. Trust me. I mean, I was once a person who looked into it and I was like, this makes a little bit of sense. But in its current form, I am rejecting it. It is not going to be something that I will encourage any of my community members here on YouTube to actually accept. They must reject it with the contempt that it deserves, because it is clear the agenda here is to break the people of South Africa, beat them into submission, and then install this Pan-Africanism and then open the borders. And it's to shut us up. To shut us. Now they are realizing that we no longer take this word xenophobia into heart. We're no longer taking this word Afrophobia into heart. As a matter of fact, South Africans have turned around and said, we are going to wear these two words like a badge of honor. And now that is no longer working. They are looking for something else. And guess what they looked at? They looked at the white person. We've had white people all our lives. We've had white people since the 1652 to date. That is not something that we're just going to abandon just because they are colonizers and all that stuff. Say whatever you want to say. In South Africa, we are a united nation. When we talk of a true united, and it seems like the Nelson Mandela idea of South Africa, people somehow misunderstood it. They think that Nelson Mandela was a hater of white people. That's what they're thinking, that, Nelson Mandela must be turning in his grave with all these South Africans rejecting and hating Black South Africans or hating Black. No, Nelson Mandela was very much a South African citizen, and he looked out for South African citizens. Yes, yes. We also got sold by the same person you are busy praising. Oh, yes. We got sold by the same person that you are praising in some certain extenses. So y'all kind of misunderstood Nelson Mandela and his message. Y'all better take a book and read before making a total fools of yourself by creating videos like this one. The ones that are inside our country, our so-called citizens, our brothers and sisters that are South Africans coming with this Pan-Africanism ideology, reject it. Go into the videos and say futak to Pan-Africanism, because it's not for us South Africans. Clearly, it is to distort. It is also to distract us, as well as to anger us into something. Because these people want us to go into some kind of war, and then they come, and then as if they're the one who rescued us. They want to come out as heroes. So that tomorrow we will do like this video right here. Look at this video. Remember this video? Yeah, a cult was being built with this political party, and many people that are on the floor on their knees for Julius Malema, I don't think they're EFF today. And I'm imagining how embarrassed they should be feeling for what they have done to their own dignity, for somebody who is selling them to foreigners. Like, what's up with that? What is up with that? And then you come and say, oh, black people, we must love each other. Black people must love each other. And right now, there are young girls, watch TikTok, young girls that are talking about their attempt of being kidnapped to human trafficking by Nigerians. That's black on black love, right? Pan-Africanism. Yeah. Punch the air with the fists. And then you want to come and sell Pan-Africanism while we busy loving each other. On the other side, little girls will be being kidnapped and sold for sex. Yeah. Little boys will be sold drugs. Right? And then other young black boys are going to be trained into cartels and criminals, hijackers, muggers, even people that delete other people. Black love, right? Pan-Africanism, right? Reject this idea with everything you've got in your heart, in your soul and brain, especially in your logic, because this is what they have decided to do. South Africa, I believe, has been spotted as the capital city or the capital of this so-called Pan-Africanism. So in order for that to work, get every African down here to South Africa. Kick out the white people who are going to come with analysis and waking up black people about this Pan-Africanism, because they are dangerous. Black South Africans can't think for themselves. They're stupid. So let's go. Let's bring them all down here so that we push out the other races, so that it's just us black people. That is exactly what I think the idea is. There is something that we don't know that they know. And that is why they are pushing so hard. Tomorrow, it's not going to be Kenya. It's going to be another country that is going to create videos like this, saying shame on us, trying to make us feel bad and guilt trip us and using all these words and whatnot, not. And I'm thinking, and you think South Africans actually care? People don't know South Africans. I don't think people understand what kind of people we are. Seemingly, Malema doesn't understand how South Africans are. Honestly speaking, if you are a supporter of EFF, just know that you are just much of a traitor to your own country as Julius Malema is. Open border policy. What do these boys know about open border policy? They look like somebody, if I came across them on the streets, I would cross and walk in the middle of the road in case they tried anything. That's how they look like. And then they want to come to South Africa. And now they say don't want to come to South Africa. And then they say they want to come to South Africa. Then they say they don't want to come to South Africa. Hey, who invited you? Who invited you to South Africa? Who said you must come? No, we got enough problems. Fix your own in Kenya. Fix Ruto, who is busy scop and donoring y'all. And you want to come here for what? No, thank you. You are not welcome. Stay there, fix your ish. Same goes with those in the West Africa, those green, white, and green. Yeah, them as well. They got the biggest mouth, and yet South Africa is the destination. To do what? How do you come to a country that you believe hates you and you still book a ticket and come? Clearly, there's something not right in the brain. Clearly, either you're a sucker for pain or you're downright not okay in the head for you to actually book a flight and come to a country that hates you because you are black. Hey, guys, Pan-Africanism is not, it's an idea that we should reject. I don't care who says what in a comment section to me, trying to educate me. I'm not interested. Take it and shove it where the sun don't shine, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to even read your essay. I'm not going to read anything that you are going to say to try and convince me that Pan-Africanism is a good idea. In its current form, I'm rejecting it. I am rejecting it. It's not going to work. And I think as well, many South Africans are going to do exactly that. They're going to reject it. Because you guys are coming with that strategy of Pan-Africanism for something much bigger. And I think what is bigger that these so-called Pan-Africanisms are looking for is the mineral resources in Congo, and also the mineral resources in Zimbabwe and South Africa, in Ghana, as well as the oil in Nigeria. That's what they're looking for. But they will never dare go to North Africa and say this nonsense, because North Africans are still Africans, irrespective of what they think of themselves. They are still Africans because they are on the African continent. But they're not going to go there and say, hey, y'all, you are anti-Pan-Africanism. Y'all, we don't want to come to Morocco. We don't want to come to Algeria. We don't want to come to Egypt. We don't want to come to Tunisia. We don't want to come to Libya. They're not going to create those videos, but they're creating videos about South Africa. What is the agenda for South Africa is what I want to know. And I think the people of South Africa need to demand answers to the government. What is the idea and where is the intelligence of this country when everything like this are happening? How are you protecting the people of South Africa from this so-called Pan-Africanism? What's the idea? What is the idea? Rejected fellow South Africans, it's not for us. It's not for us. Please try next door. Maybe target Namibia or Botswana and have your Pan-Africanism there. In South Africa, we are okay the way we are. And we are going to work through our problems. We are. There are those that want to work with us, and then, of course, a small group that don't want to work with us. But no ways. There is no way we're going to be disrespected like this. We are the most unproblematic country on earth. We mind our own business. We look into ourselves, but we keep getting disturbed every time when we try to progress because they want our country to look like theirs. They hate the fact that South Africans, when they go on a vacation, they are going somewhere within the country. We don't go to Dubai. And when a South African travels, they are traveling because work either transferred them outside of South Africa, or they are going just to visit somebody that was transferred to another country on another continent. Not because we moved there, we are running away from our problems. No, we are not cowards, and we will never be cowards. So now you're having a problem with us because we have a freedom of choice. Yes, if so what if black people did vote DA? It's freedom of choice. The same freedom that your leaders take away from y'all. And you think that it is wrong that South Africans don't have a choice? Y'all are sick. Freedom of choice is a free will that is granted to us by God. But you want to take that away from us because God was wrong? No ways. That's not going to happen. You and your Pan-Africanism for tech. Anyways, guys, please make sure to like, share, and also leave a comment down below and let me know what are your thoughts about this Pan-Africanism in its current form. Why must it be here in South Africa? Why must the whole of Africa unite in South Africa? Please let me know what are your thoughts about that. Also subscribe, and when you do subscribe, make sure to hit the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching the ads, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.